Hi, my name is Jeremiah P. Sagarang from BIT4A. My reporting is about controlling. Learning content. Control the process through which manager assure that actual activities conform to planned activities. Nature and purpose of control. First is control is an essential function of management. It in order to seek planned result from subordinate manager need to exercise effective control. Next, control is an ongoing process. It is checking current performance again to determine standard contained in the plans with a view to ensuring adequate progress. Next, control is forward working because past cannot be controlled. It keeps focusing on future plan, helps learn from the past failure and help in making new and better plans. Next, control is involves measurement. It can be done in several ways depending on the performance standard including financial statement, sales report, product result, customer satisfaction and formal performance appraisal. Next, the essential of control is action. It is nothing but action and further action tell operation and smooth and it's according to plan. Control is a meaningless without action. Next, control is an integrated system. It provides control, automation, and information solution for manufacture. Next is topic is about control process. A. Establish of standard. It performs precisely word, measurable, objective, and are especially important. Next is B. Measurement of performance. This against standard should be done on a forward-looking basis to that deviation may be detected in advance of their occurrence and avoid by appreciate action. Next is C. Comparing measure performance to state standard is an easy but important step in the control process. It involves comparing the measure result with the standard already set. Next is D. Taking corrective action. This step becomes essential if performance falls short of standard and the analysis indicate that corrective action is required.
Sign topic: barriers for controlling. Meaning, control activities can create an undesirable overemphasis on short-term production as opposed to long-term production. Control activities can increase employees' frustration with their jobs and terribly reduce morale. These reactions tend to occur prim- primarily where management exerts too much control. Control activities can encourage the falsification of reward. Requirements for effective control. Control should be tailored to the plans and position. This means that all control techniques and systems should reflect the plans they are designed to follow. This is because every plant and every kind and phase of an operation has its unique characteristics. Control must be tailored to individual managers and their responsibilities. Meaning, this means that control must be tailored to the personality of individual managers. This because control system and information are intended to help individual managers carry out their function of control. If they are not of a type that a manager can or will understand, they will not be useful. Control should point up exception as critical points. This is because by concentration on exception from planned performance, control based on the time honored exception principle allow managers to detect their places where their attention is required and should be given. However, it is enough to look at exemption because some deviation from standards have little meaning and others have a great deal of significance. Control should be objective. This is because when control are subjective, a manager personality may influence judgment of performance inaccuracy. Objective standards can be quantitative such as cost or man-hours per until or date of job completion. They can also be qualitative in the case of training programs. They have specific characteristics or are designed to accomplish a specific kind of upgrading of the quality of personnel. Control should be flexible. This means that control should be remain workable in the case of change plans, unforeseen circumstances, or outside failures. Much flexible in control can be provided by having alternative plans for previous probable situations. Control should be economical. This means that control much worth their cost. Although this requirement is simple, its practice is often complex. This is because a manager may find it difficult to know are corrected through appropriate planning, organizing, directing, and leading. They have types of control system. Number one, feed-forward controls, meaning they are preventive controls that try to anticipate problems and take corrective action before they occur. Example, a team leader checks the quality, completeness, and reliability of their tools prior to going to the site. 2. Concrete controls. Concurrent controls. They occur while an activity is taking. Example, the leader checks the quality or performance of his members while performing. Feedback controls. They measure activities that have already been completed. Those corrections can take place after performance is over. Example, feedback from facilities engineering regarding the completed job.
Report is budget control. Budget control establishment of budget. There are four classification of budgets. Number one, based on time period. Uh, bud Based on the time period. Budget, it's when we say long-term preparedness, longer than a year. In short, a term budget is preferred for less than a year. Number two, based on condition. You have basic budget that remains over long period of time. And the current budget established for short period of time and related to the current condition. Number 3, based on capacity. Fixed budget is designed to remain unchanged in irrespective of the level activity actually offered. Flexible budget is designed to change in relation to level of activity offered. It consists of various budget from different level of activity. Number 4, based on coverage. Under this, we have functional budget related to the individual function in organization. Example, purchase budget, sales budget, plan utilization budget, and cash budget. Another is master budget. It is consolidate summary of functional budget.
They have two techniques. These are budgetary control techniques and non-budgetary control techniques. Under the budgetary control techniques, it contains various types of budget. Number 1 is revenue and expense budgets. The most common budgets spell out of plans for revenue and operating expenses in group terms. The most basic of revenue budget is the sale budget, which is formal and detailed expression of the sale forecast. Time, space, material, and product budgets. Meaning, many budgets are better expressed in quantities rather than in monetary terms. For example, direct labor hours, machine hours, unit of material, square feet allocated, and units produced. The roof cost would not accurately measure the resources used or the result intended. Capital expenditure budgets, meaning outline specifically capital expenditure for plant, machinery, equipment, inventories, and other items. These budgets require care because they give defined form to plans for spending the funds of an enterprise. Cash budget, meaning it is simply forecast of cash, receipt, and disbursements against which actually cash experience is measured. The ability of cash to meet obligation as they fall due is the first requirement of existence, and handsome business profits do little good when tied up in inventory, machinery, or other non-cash assets. Variable budgets, meaning it is based on an analysis of expense items to determine how individual costs should vary with volume of output. Zero-based budget, meaning the idea behind these techniques is to divide enterprise program into packages composed of goals. Non-budgetary control techniques, meaning they are of course many traditional control devices not connected with budgets, although some may be related to and used with budgetary controls. Productivity, meaning it refers to the ratio between the output from production processes to its input. Productivity may be conceived of as measure of the technical of engineering efficiency of production. As such, quantitative measures or input and sometimes output or emphasized. Cost control, meaning it is the measure taken by management to ensure that the cost objectives set down in the planning stage are attained and to assure that all segments of the organization functions in a manner consistent with its policies. Purchase control, meaning is it is an element of material control. Material pro- procurement is known as the purchase functions. The function responsibility of purchasing is that of the purchase manager or purchaser. Maintenance control, meaning maintenance department as to exercise effective cost control to carry out the maintenance function in a pre-specified budget. Quality control, meaning it it refers to the technical process that gather, examines, analyze, and report the progress of the project and conformance with the performance requirements.